Hey, what's going on, guys? Riceman here with Entourage Gaming, bringing you a special TTS video tonight. This evening, I am joined by the one and only Mr. Trey from Kingwood Hobbies out in Texas. Trey, what's going on?
Not much, man. Just playing some Destiny with you tonight.
That's
Should be
awesome.
fun.
Yeah, Trey is one of the hosts of the Diggity Destiny podcast. You guys should make sure to check that out. Make sure your 5-year-olds aren't listening as well in the first 30 seconds. Some mature language, but overall, those guys,
You know,
go ahead.
we talked about that ahead of time, and we were discussing it of do we because I talk like I have very specific opinions about language and how it works, and I talk like that in real life, and I understand other people like don't, and I clean myself up around other people because of how they feel about it. But this is just me like cutting loose with my friends, and we had a whole discussion of do we solve it this way or we try to clean it up. Finally, I was just like, you know what, screw it. We're just going to be the adult language
Hey,
podcast.
it's a good podcast. You guys flow very smoothly. It's a nice, enjoyable listen. You guys just released an episode last week or a couple days ago?
Uh, Last night we recorded it. Last night? Yeah, we recorded last night.
Yeah. So you guys are still putting out content. That's awesome. Trey also is the shop owner of Kingwood Hobbies, one of the few stores still actively selling singles out there.
Yeah.
So make sure to check out his website, kingwoodhobbies.com, for all your Star Wars Destiny needs to finish out your collections. We brought him on tonight to bring his special deck that he has played in the last two Entourage TTS Gaming tournaments, and that is the Kragan Synara deck, very thematic from Star Wars Resistance. Trey, what made you come up with this deck and the pairing?
One of the things that I don't like about FFG and the way they what they did in Destiny is how they just build your decks for you. So you've got all the Ewoks are supposed to go decks that mention other cards by names and the character pairing. Raylo is another one. Like that feels like they've taken everything interesting out of the creative deck building process when they just hand you the deck and like here it goes. And Raylo was very strong, and they built this deck for us. And I thought, but then nobody touched it. Like I've never seen anybody. People want to run Kragan because he's amazing, but they pair him with Commander Pyre or Watto or just whoever they can pair him with. And I thought, well, this is silly. They built this deck. Let's see if it's any good. So I just built this deck, and it turns out it's actually really good and it's a lot of fun to play. There are tons of decisions to make. Your game is constantly changing what you're trying to do, and it plays a lot very much like I want to play, of doing things like resolving your opponent's dice and stealing making your opponent feel bad is really what I'm going for here.
The deck can definitely do that. It has many ways to take resources, and obviously with Yellow Villain, you have the option of cards like Reversal to steal a 4 pay 1 on Anakin and throw it right back in his face. So Synara is interesting because of her ability with another pirate. So basically, you're almost forcing your opponent to start with 4 cards each round. I think a lot of people
It goes
undervalue.
actually goes off.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
yeah, it's a solid ability. I think it's very
She goes
undervalued.
off no matter what because people will. And one of the ways to play around Kragan is to spend all your money, so there's nothing for Kragan to steal. But nobody's going to pitch all their cards out of their hand, so there's always something for Sonara to take.
Exactly. Yep. And I think that's a pretty big deal. So we will go ahead and get started with the game. I just brought Anakin Ahsoka. This will be my second or third time playing it, but I figured if he's going to bring something similar thematic, I would bring out something else.
Sure.
We had the roll one on Obi-Wan
I
Sukks.
couldn't beat a 10. Your dice are huge.
They are they're very huge. That's what she said. Um, so we will go ahead and get started. And the first thing I'm going to do is not do
Move
that.
the battlefield
I'm
around.
going to move the battlefield around. I feel that's very important. We'll pay 2 for that.
Sure.
I don't want you stealing
So
anything quite yet.
not just yet.
Not
But
just
that does let me play a one drop Fickle Mercenary, so
Pickles. So good. Alright, let's throw a little soak out there. Okay.
you're shielding up a bit. And see, yeah, I would have stolen something from you here. Good
Yep.
call on your part.
Yep.
Let's do. I know I'm gonna do there. You can't see my hand, right? You're
I
just
cannot.
recording your
I
hand.
cannot see your hand.
So I have all this exciting stuff in my hand. All right. Oh, so first, all right, we're gonna use Synara right off. So you spend all your resources. Now you have to pitch a card. Now
Yep.
you get to pick, but still get rid of a card,
Yeah.
sir.
So I'm going to pitch this card. 2 and a 2 direct. That's not bad. Get out. I think we're going to try to shield up early and play some defense here. We'll just pop a 2 onto Annie.
you've got that. So I'm going to go ahead. Before you get too many shields, I'll go ahead and doubt Ahsoka's die.
That's a smart play. I like that. Yep. Because that's what I was going to do. Take the shield.
Uh-huh.
Kragan does a lot, but he's at 13. She's only at 10 right now. I think we're still going to go ahead and take the shield. Just play it safe.
I will. You can give me a shield. I'm going through all the cards in your hand that you might have. There we go.
Go ahead and still think we got to pop 3 into.
Sure.
Kragan.
So you are pretty much done. So let's go ahead and we'll roll Kragan.
No money to steal here. Can't complain about
Damn
that.
There we are.
I'm going to pass.
You're going to pass.
I'm going to pass.
You know what? I'll take 2 money.
Good. 2 direct. She's got 3 cards in hand. I'll pass again.
With that 3 money, I'll play an Entourage.
Go.
And I will search something up. We're going to search up. Dig it out over here. Go through it. I guess I could just type it in. We're going to get a raiding party.
Ooh. Get the resource game going. You got 2 disrupt, indirect. You still got 3 cards in hand. I'll pass one more time. See what happens.
Take that Entourage out there. Nobody wants you. I don't want you to have resources at all. Apparently.
Obviously. Pass.
Let's hit the reversal to reroll.
I like to see that going already.
Yeah, I didn't want to pitch it.
3 indirect. Can be okay with 3 indirect. Let's pass again. Hope you can burn through some cards.
We'll do 3 indirect.
All right.
Make you naked.
Yes, you got $1 there. Got a raiding party in hand. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just do this now. I'm going to overwrite. I'm going to blank your resource.
Okay. So I want to do... Man, this is so tempting. Do I have to go for this? I think I will. We're going to discard that raiding party.
Yep.
I can't get nothing out of the Entourage die. There we go.
So we'll go ahead and claim, and we'll take a shield.
And we will shoot Ahsoka for 4.
Got it.
And then make you discard a card.
Pretty good turn 1 there for you.
That was that was okay.
Yeah.
You were pretty smart there in the getting rid of that money.
Yeah, there's just your ability to just heavily ramp. It's pretty key.
What you got?
Here now. What do I want to do? So we're gonna go ahead and pay 1 for the Lothwolf. Need your shield. We'll throw Anakin out or Ahsoka out there first. I hate these new dice rollers. They're so methodical. You have to be in the exact position.
Scale it up, make it bigger.
Yeah, I probably should. Alright, we'll use her ability. We'll pop 2 more into Kragan.
Sure. Can I do anything about this? I'm going to pay 1 for the merchant freighter.
We're gonna take $1.
Plunder. Give me those.
Yep, that's gone.
See, I have to steal them. I can't just let you throw yours away and then generate my own.
That's true. Very true. Let's see here now. The plunder is out. He's got 2 money still. Hit for 3 into Kragan.
Let's go ahead and activate Synara and make you discard a card.
Yep. Chunk that one. Well, what an interesting opening hand, so I'll just do this. That.
So let's take a money off of Synara. I'll let you shoot me for 2.
Yep. 2.
And then I will get a money off Merchant Freighter.
Pirate ship. Yes. Yeah, we'll just pacify that.
Sure. I'm going to roll. Let's roll Kragan out. I don't think you're going to make any money there, so.
3 indirect. Pretty good, actually. That sort of forces my hand. So we'll nullify. I'll remove the 3.
On a 3?
Yep. And we'll give Synara the shield.
Move a shield from one of your characters. All right. I'll take a money.
And I have nothing else. I'll claim and I'll take a shield. Actually, I'll just take a shield on.
Okay.
UFO.
So here's where you get to see some of this deck. All right. So 2 resources get you a raiding party.
Yep.
Activate this. Roll it out. I'm going to pull one of the resources off of my Merchant Freighter to go to 4 resources. Then I'm going to spend 4 resources to play a pirate ship.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to activate the pirate ship. And then I'm going to activate the Fickle Mercenaries and the Entourage. Oof.
Ooh.
Not what I wanted there.
Need some money there.
I need money.
Ooh.
Not a blank. All right. Well, that didn't actually work out. It should have been better than that. All right. So you're going to make. You have the cards, right?
I have no cards. I'm out.
You have no cards. Damn. All right. I can't just leave those there. All right. I'm going to discard the Convex Robbery to reroll.
Wow.
I'll do 4 indirect.
Yep. So we'll deal.
Not great.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty surprised I survived that round with Ahsoka.
Yep. I didn't get much. I do use a lot of cards to put out, and that leaves me not very many to.
Yep, that's true. So we're going to. I don't think you can quite kill her yet. So we're going to. I'll load him up.
I'm going to activate the Fickle Mercenaries.
Okay. Now we'll throw out Ahsoka.
Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. Let's go ahead and doubt the +2.
Got it. Okay. Alright, so have to have damage showing before you can, or not damage showing before you can take the money.
Right.
Okay. So think what we're going to do is, you know what, we're just going to roll out. We're going to roll out, I'm going to move a shield from Synara, and I'm going to put it onto Ahsoka with Anakin's ability. I'm going to drop a card, but then because I did that on an apprentice, I get to draw a card.
Sure.
Okay. And let's throw these suckers out there. Thank you. And we will go ahead and do the one into Kragan.
There's one. So I will go ahead. I'll use the pirate ship to eat your 4.
Okay, yep.
And that's it.
We're going to discard to reroll because that one does not appease me.
Let's go ahead and activate Kragan. Since she can't roll anything but damage.
Yeah, I hate to do it, but we gotta pop him, kill him with the 2. We'll leave the base out for now.
I'm going to spend 1. Play improvise explosive.
I like that card. I like it with the ability on raiding party. That's really good.
You know what? I messed that up.
You can take it back. I haven't done anything yet.
All right. Instead of doing that, I'm going to shoot you for 2. I'm going to shoot her for 2.
Okay. All right. There we go. So. Still got the raiding party and Entourage out there. And you still haven't activated Synara. Yeah, we'll just take a shield.
So now I'll play the.
Okay. Yep.
As a shock, I will play the improvise explosive.
So that's gonna go off for 3 at the end of this round. I'll pass.
Let's make you discard.
Okay.
Wait. No, I'm not doing that. I need more. I need damage. I didn't even see it. I'm looking at something else.
Very good.
All right, so we'll roll the raiding party out, and then we'll get that off of 1.
Okay.
What did you put the 2 damage? Oh, you got a shield. And you
yeah, I just took a shield. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got the second resource from gaining it, right? So you got 2 off of
So I moved one of the resources off of improvised explosives over to my deal. So I pulled it off of that and moved it over there.
Right, and then you get a second resource also, right? To then gain 1 resource, or does that just end the end of the first sentence?
No. It's a move. So
Okay.
like you remove 1 from here and then you get 1.
Okay.
So they just phrased it. Didn't use move very well. They used the word move.
All right, no problems. You still got Synara to go, Entourage. I'll pass again.
Let's get a money off of the merchant freighter.
Man, I'm gonna pass.
And then I'll hit the. You know what? I'm not doing that. We'll do Synara. You don't need a pitch. You've got damage showing.
Okay. Very nice. 2, 3. She have multiple sides. We'll call ranged on the 2 ranged one. Not bad.
So now we will roll Entourage. Man, that Entourage die hit one time.
Man, I'm gonna pass.
I'm going to discard Plunder to reroll all this stuff.
Yep. All right, so let's count scoundrels. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll call ranged on Synara again.
Does not want to let you have it. All right, I'm going to discard Truce to reroll it all again. How many cards do you have in your hand?
I have one card left in hand. Yep.
One card left.
Yep.
Your dice removal that's not actually moving dice is working well for me.
Just gonna use the last one. We'll get rid of the Entourage die.
And with my last reroll, this is killing me, man.
Yeah,
My dice are terrible right now. Good God. I can't roll anything.
I'm gonna take a shield on Ahsoka. Wow.
I'll hit a damn shield.
All right.
This is not very representative of what this deck can do.
Yeah, I will agree with that. The rolls have not been very kind to you so far in this game.
All right, so I'm going to blow you up for 3 first.
Okay. So 3 indirect, correct?
3 indirect, yeah.
So we'll go ahead and just take them on the shields. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pay 1. We're going to overwrite. We'll give her 1 shield, and we're going to go ahead and give Anakin 2 shields.
Okay.
I think she's going to go down this round, so.
Sure, why not? Let's roll more terrible cards.
Not with that kind of roll, she's not.
God, this is just horrible. There we go. This is absurd.
We will roll out. We're going to move a shield from her over to Ahsoka. We're going to dump. We're going to dump the Yoda saber to draw the card.
Mm-hmm. One time. Could do it one time.
2.
One, 2. We're gonna go ahead and remove that 2.
Phase 2, got it. Yep.
And then I'm also gonna activate the Nara. You know what? I'm not. I'm gonna activate Raiding Party. Raiding Party.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah. I'm going to focus to the 2.
Okay. Let's go ahead and shake down that 2.
Got it. I'm just going to take $1.
Entourage.
For either another fickle or higher now.
There it is.
There it is. Well. Why not? Hey.
God, man. This is just brutal. I can't do anything, and you're hitting them all. Even when I want you to hit damage, you're not hitting damage. You're not hitting the right types. You're hitting the wrong damages. All right, your go.
All right, you got 6 indirect. That's a lot. Um,
Easy pickings.
I wish. Yep, take that one.
Let's go ahead and discard. Wait. I'm not. I gotta activate Synara.
Yep.
Let's activate Synara. Spending so much time fighting over stupid Ahsoka. Even if I get her down, she's good. God,
This
this is comical. If I win this deck is amazing. Yeah, 2 damage.
Yeah, 2.
Now I'm gonna discard to reroll.
Good. I think I just got so much control right now. We'll take the base 3.
Sure. So let's do. How many cards you got in hand?
I have
1.
1 card left. Yep.
I'm actually gonna discard Hard Muscle.
Interesting. Okay.
I have to reroll. Oh my god.
So we're gonna go ahead and just claim we're gonna take a shield. We'll take a shield, Anakin. I think Ahsoka has served her purpose.
Hard to reroll.
Man.
Jesus. No, it's fine. Ahsoka's fine. She's gonna win the game. This is stupid. I guess discard their stupid card.
All right. Get rid of
I'll start getting salty in a minute because it's funny right up until it continues to happen. We'll put 3 into Ahsoka.
Go.
And then this does not a stupid thing.
Running out of cards, though. That's the interesting thing.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and put that down. We're going to get at least some kind of resolution out of her.
Roll Fickle.
Oh,
Because
gosh.
obviously I'm gonna roll. Trying to keep this family friendly, dude.
At this point, I don't blame you. Oh my gosh. Well, deal 2.
Reversal the other one into
the
her.
other.
Kill
Got
her.
it. Yep. All right. So she's dead. She gone.
Yay.
She gone.
But I have nothing left to stop him. You're about to crush me.
Let's just, I think at this point, we just want to roll him out and keep tempo up.
So let's do this.
Yeah, let's just play it safe. I'll just nullify it.
That's what's so bad about when you roll bad. When you finally roll something good, their hand is just chock full of removal, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
It's extremely frustrating.
Go ahead and flip to the 4.
We're going to use a pirate ship to remove the 4. Oop.
Okay.
And then use raiding party to activate with the pirate ship.
Go ahead for 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's not do 3 damage.
All right. Pay 1. Need it out there.
Take these 2 monies.
Not bad, but you've already got most of your stuff done. Just discard reroll for 1. Okay. Take 2 money.
Sure. I'll discard the reroll.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I'll pass. This card, remove it, and I'll deal 1 to Synara with Sheen Mastery.
Yeah. I'll eat your last 2 money.
Okay. I'm just gonna claim.
Eventually, I have to get something. And then I'll play a Fickle, and I'll roll that Fickle out. I'll do a damage and knock your shield off.
Got it. Down to my last 4 cards. Right.
I'll have to stop you from doing 2 damages. Yup.
Why not? Discard a card.
No, you don't have to discard. You don't have any. Nobody's.
Oh, they're not.
You have to have a guy
exhausted?
that's tapped. That's only if you have exhausted with no damage.
Gotcha. I think the fickle. Let's just roll out, see what you got.
No, I'm on tilt.
Oh.
Very much. I'm on tilt. There's no way I was winning this now because I'm so pissed off about this stupid dice.
Yeah, those were.
I can't do anything about that. I have an entangle, which would have been nice last turn if I'd had some money. I had 2 entangles last turn. I had to spend money on stuff. So, yeah, you win. Because apparently I can throw 100 dice a turn and get nothing but discards and disrupts when I don't want them.
Well, that's the thing. Like, so Sonora's ability is good, and she's got decent health, but her die sides are very unimpressive.
It's not her dice that are a problem. Like, her dice were coming up fine of guns and money. That's all I really wanted. It was everything else on my side of the board.
Well, your supports did terrible.
When I rolled, I mean, the point is to roll all these dice out, and these dice come up blank. Like, what was it? Last round was the perfect thing. I rolled double blanks and then immediately discarded and rolled double blanks again, and that was just kind of the way this is going. So. Yeah, that's really frustrating. So I hope your viewers enjoy watching this deck that's actually really good just suck like this. So
well, I will say
salty at the moment. I'm very salty at the moment because it's supposed to be better than this.
Well, let's talk about it for a minute. So 2 weeks ago, you finished second with this deck. The deck is nowhere near bad. This is obviously somebody who watches this will see that it was just bad rolls. I mean,
so 2 weeks ago I lost. There was a multi-Jawa mill deck. And my opening hand was a bunch of reversals and Convex robberies that I discarded to mulligan and then immediately drew them back. So I didn't have any dice forever. And that's the only match that I lost. And then this past week when I played against Palp, and I just played it normally. And I think we were talking about this before we started recording, but he got the fatal blowout, and that guy was winning, and he got fatal blowout, and it killed Kragan instantly. And so I was like, well, that sucks. Maybe I don't do well to Palp. So the next round, I drew Palp again, and I played against, and that was the round where TTS crashed for everybody, and so everybody had to restart. Well, I was getting crushed again. I played it exactly the same way, and then when we restarted, I played it completely differently, and then I was wanting all of the disrupts and the discards because that's what I did. I was just like, I'm gonna mill him out. I'm not gonna let him have any money so he can kill Kragan in one shot. And it was just all sorts of, removing the couple of because Palp doesn't actually have that many damage dice. It's a lot of shields and a lot of specials.
Correct. Yeah.
I was able to do a lot of job. Yeah. So those are the only 2 matches that I've lost. I've beaten. I know I beat Ewok. Now everything runs together, and I can't remember what I've beaten. I beat Ewok. I know I beat Ewoks because I get excited sitting on that one because I'm a big Ewok player.
Oh yeah.
But like some real, these are real decks that I've been beating, and it's just you throw one of the reasons you play, one of the reasons the ways that you play this deck is you throw all these supports out and they let you dirtle around until your opponent has to roll out, because the way these people play against this deck is they try not to roll their characters. So if I can gain advantage by rolling a bunch of supports and resolving a bunch of supports while they're not rolling, it gives me a time advantage against my opponent, but not when I'm rolling blanks and disrupts all the time.
Yeah, and once again, it goes back to the point. This game
It's a
clearly
nice game.
there was a lot of bad rolls in this dice game. I think
Hmm.
you not being able to kill Ahsoka for 2 full turns with her with 5 damage, that explains that,
Yeah.
because Blue
When, I,
Hero
when I'm
does not run
rerolling
a ton of removal.
4, when I'm rerunning, when I'm rolling 4, yeah, you had a bunch of removal, but you only needed them one at a time.
Yep.
The way you get around removal is throw 6 dice and have 3 of them come up damage. But when I throw 6 dice and one of them comes up damage and you mess it up, and then I throw them again and one of them comes up 1 damage and you mess it up, and I throw them again and you mess up 1 die. So
Yep.
like that's what happens.
Well, I mean, if you look at this board state though, you've got 2 entourages out. You've got a pirate ship, which is beautiful against heavy aggro decks because you can just remove a die showing damage at any point. You've got the merchant freighters, which feed off a raiding party. Your improvised explosives, which again feed off a raiding party. I mean, you're guaranteeing yourself 3 damage at the end of one round with that combo. You've got a lot
That's very good.
you've got a
That's
lot
very
of
good.
solid combos in the deck, and the deck is really good. Are you considering running it again the next couple weeks in the tournament?
Yeah, I am actually. And I one of the things, because there are good decks that are just not no fun to play, but I actually have a lot of fun playing this deck. So it's just got so many different decisions of, do I play this card, or what is my, I play a lot on your side of the board because I'm paying attention to what you're doing and adapting my game based off of that, and I love playing that way. I love having to make a lot. And one of the things I enjoy about playing these games is having to make the correct decision and being put on the spot to make the correct decision over and over and over. And that's one of the things you have to do with this deck is your opponent does something and you're like, all right, if my opponent does this, then I'm going to do this. Or if he does this and he ends up rolling this, then I'm going to do this. It's a whole massive decision tree, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of decisions to be made, obviously, with all the big supports, and your rolling and sequencing is very important in a deck like this. But good game. Appreciate taking time. Tell everybody one more time about Kingwood Hobbies, where they can find you, all the good shenanigans.
Yeah, so I'm Trey. You can see on this screen. I've decided to eschew the Riceman, or whatever the name is that people choose for online. I just like being Trey, and that's a relatively new thing. So you can find me as Trey. I'm on Discord as Trey. I play TTS as Trey. You can look up Trey Dismukes on Facebook. I do a lot there in the groups. Right now, I'm doing a pack a day. I joined the pack of the day crowd, and I'm adding a little bit of color and context to, as somebody that opens a lot of packs, because I sell sets, or I did sell sets when they were making new ones. So I crack a lot of packs. So I give some color and context and try to rate the packs and like discuss the cards. So I think that's something and some value that I bring to it. So if I run Kingwood Hobbies, which is one of the sites that sells singles. In addition to selling singles, I have a creative side and some 3D printers and some other stuff where I like to do accessories. I've got some stuff, places to organize all your dice out in front of you, things like that, and just find me there. I build decks for people. I really enjoy this game, and that's kind of what fuels Kingwood Hobbies.
Awesome. Well, that's the one last thing I did want to talk to you before I let you go is about
Sure.
your unique build a deck creation that you created a while back. I want you to talk a little bit more about that with your website, and maybe there's some people we've seen them, wanting to buy a collection or wanting to get dabble in the game somewhat. What's this build a deck solution that you provided people? Talk about the pricing, what they can choose from, and how it's available.
Oh, if you go, they're all listed. You can go to, you can get through the product section on the site, or you can just go to Dex, DECKS plural, at .kingwoodhobbies.com, dex.kingwoodhobbies.com, and that jumps you straight to the place on my site that does it. And I really enjoy building decks. I like this. Like this is Synara and Kragan, which nobody plays, and that's part of my creative expression of playing games like this, whether it's Magic back in the day or this now, is I really enjoy the deck building, exploring what you can do with the cards and pulling off interesting combinations. And that's coupled with, like I said a minute ago, I sell sets. When the new sets would come out, people they don't want to crack packs, they just buy the set. So that means I'm cracking packs, and I have thousands of extra cards, because to get a set of 17 legendaries, you're going to open a lot more than the one of every common and uncommon and rare that you need. And so I'm going to say I have like 5,000 count boxes behind me that are just full of cards, and dice. And so I trying to figure out what to do with these in trying to figure out what to do with all this extra stuff that I've got, with the love that I have for deck building and finding interesting things, with this is the game that I love and I want to be an ambassador to help people get into it, with what was really a hole left by FFG when they didn't print real starter decks. They would get these 20 card monstrosities that were, people would buy them and then they're not really playing the game. So I coupled all that together and I just came up with this deck building service. And I have several different options. I've got decks with it kind of arranged by team. So every once in a while, I'll put 2 or 3 more decks in there of, this is the team. You click on it and I give it some crazy name. I enjoy naming the decks. And so you click on the Badlands deck and it's got, what's his name, Sebulba and some other stuff in it. Some other, it's yellow and blue. And I've come up with this team and I've got a sample. The deck doesn't come exactly like that, but it's very close to it. It kind of depends on what I've got in my stash of cards and how close I can get it to it. So that's one way you can buy them, is I've got maybe 15 or so named decks up there, and you're like, oh, that looks interesting. And I have vehicle decks, and I have character decks where you're hitting people with sticks, and I've got all sorts of support decks. Very interesting, different and diverse ways to play. So that's one thing that I've got. And then I've got, at one point, maybe 6 months ago, I got tired of having to come up with all the decks, and so I created a spreadsheet that was basically every character that I use to build these decks, and you go click on it and it's called a build your own team. And so for people that have a very specific thing in mind, they can go in there and they can put together a team out of the spreadsheet. You buy the deck, you tell me the team you want, and then I build a deck around it that caters to it and ship it to you. You can either do that for infinite, or you can do it standard, or you can do trilogy. You can give me a format that you want to build in. And then the last one is really for a lot of starter people. And the envision that I had when I did it was things like gaming clubs at schools. And that's actually who's actually taking advantage of it, is where I just sell where the customer goes, you know what? I don't even know what I want. I just want to play this game. Give me something cool. And you can buy one, or I have a 6-pack, it's an 8-pack of, you buy 8 decks at once and it's super cheap. And you just say, hey, Trey, I want 8 decks because I want to jump in this game, feet going, and I build you 8 decks and mail them to you. And you go get no say over what's in them, but my reputation's on the line, so I make them as fun and interesting as possible. And they're very diverse. It's usually 4 and 4 hero and villain.
Okay.
And then they've got all different kinds of decks in there, supports and characters attacking and whatever. So that's actually the cheapest option. I want to say it's right around $64, $8 a deck. If you buy the in bulk, the let Trey build whatever is the coincides of what's fun, what's interesting, what's balanced, and what he has a bunch of extra of, all the way up to, if you want this particular team and has to be a trilogy deck because you want to play it in a tournament, then I think that deck's like $14. So it goes from $8 to $14. So I try to make it as cheap as possible to get people into the game, get people playing the game, and it helps me get rid of these cards and scratch my deck building itch. So it all flows together. I'm not trying to make a bunch of money off of it. It just helps me ship the cards out and get the game into more people's hands.
Well, that's awesome, man. I mean, you've got definitely plenty of ways for people new and old to the game to stay in the game or become new players in, and we definitely appreciate it. I know I've bought quite a few singles from you in the past. I bought a couple of your decks, and we've really enjoyed them. I have enjoyed them personally.
The last piece of that is, it's not just the deck though. So the deck comes in a deck box, and every card is sleeved, and it comes with all the dice, obviously. But it comes ready. You can open the box that it comes in, pull out a box, grab the character dice, and shuffle it up and play. It's ready to go.
Yep.
Sleeves and all.
Yep. Yeah, I think you include some tokens in there as well, if I remember correctly. Just some basic tokens.
So I do. I have the tokens to go. Usually I rely on people to tell me that they're new before I include them in there, because I have a limited supply and I don't want to send tokens out to people that don't need them.
Sure.
I want to save them for people that do. But yeah, they're there and they're free. There's no add-on. If you need tokens, you go, hey, I'm new to the game and I need these decks. And I'm like, cool, I'll send tokens to you as well.
Well, that's awesome, Trey. Hey, thank you for being a big part of this community, and thanks for hanging out with me tonight and playing some Kragan Synara. Hopefully,
I just wish it. Go ahead. I just wish it would have been more fun and interesting. I could have shown the deck off, because it just, sometimes you just have to, fold your arms and remind yourself it is a dice game, even though sometimes you live on the very crappy end of the low percentage part of the spectrum, because it's all statistics.
Let's look at this one more time real fast. You've got 7 supports out there. I mean, if
And
you've got seven
they're
supports out
almost all
against,
scoundrels.
yeah, against Blue Hero, and you can't win, the dice rolls is obviously involved in that. So
Yeah.
somebody who watches this all, yeah, see
There is.
exactly.
Look at that one roll. I throw all the dice at once, and you get a 2 range, a 3 range, a 2 range, a 3 indirect, a 1 range, and then
Yeah,
2. Oh yes, okay. If you remove
woohoo.
that one, take 11,500.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So
That's what
that's
the
what's
deck
supposed
should
to
do.
happen. So you're just gonna edit this down to our conversation about Kingwood Hobbies decks and that roll. That's all you got to do.
That's correct. The rest of it. All right. Well, thanks for watching this 2 minute
All
video,
right, man.
guys. All right. Well, thanks Trey again for coming on, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Reminder: we do have the TTS tournaments every Thursday night, starting at 7 p.m. Central. You can message.
Hold on. I got to tell people about that because they're
Sure.
kind of your thing. But I got to, if you're scared of playing in this, because there's some people that know what they're doing that play in these tournaments, but nobody takes it super seriously. We all hang out. There's a voice chat room where we all talk.
Yep.
And nobody's there's not that much money on the line. It's like $5 entry and the winner gets $40. So people aren't, it's not cutthroat. It is, people are bringing things that they enjoy playing, and that's what makes up the bulk of the tournament. So you're not going to nationals here where you got to play something that's not fun because it wins. You can play, have fun, win. You may go 2 and 3, but you'll have a good time.
Absolutely. There is a wide variety, and we'll talk about this more on our podcast tomorrow night. This will be going out Tuesday morning, so Tuesday night we're actually doing a live podcast on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Entourage Games, where we'll be talking with Gandork about some of the upcoming changes, but we're also going to be talking about the first 10 weeks of the TTS tournament. We're going to look over all the different decks that have won and really talk about it if any of those decks have really reshaped the meta or have brought new attention. You know, a deck like Kragan Synara, which has performed in the top 5 the past 2 weeks. Should that be considered a top tier deck or a tier 2 or whatever? Where should it be fall in these ranks? So make sure you're looking for that tomorrow night as well. That'll start around 7:30 Central Time. Again, twitch.tv/Entourage Games to check that out. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of mix in these games. We have people who come in every week and just want to play something fun and go 1 and 4 and 2 and 3 and have a good time and drop out afterwards. And it's good. It's a fun time all around. We're not trying to make it, like you said, a national tournament. This is more like a quote unquote local scene for your Thursday nights. So
It's a lot of fun.
yep. So once again, Trey, thanks for checking it out. And we will
Have a
see you
good time.
guys on the next video.